Good afternoon, everyone. We are excited to bring you all together to celebrate today this year's Voice of Democracy Essay and Patriotic Art Contest winners. At this time, I would like to introduce our guests. Joining us today are Post Commander Larry Heisman, Post Auxiliary President Barb Engel, Quartermaster Larry Thompson, and Dave Darte, Program Director.
Thank you, Principal Ellis. Well, we're here today to honor the participants in this year's Young American Patriotic Art Contest, the Voice of Democracy Contest, and the Citizenship Educator Teacher of the Year Contest. It's really great to stand here because the last time I was here in 2019, we had a gym full of people like yourselves, and it was awesome. The last 2 years, of course, the pandemic hit and we've been alienated. So I'm really thankful on this last day of school before Thanksgiving. I think it's a great time for all of us to be thankful that we can gather here. So I hope all here recognize what the VFW has long recognized and appreciated. The teachers and administrators have a formidable challenge to develop curriculum that will provide students with the essential education that they need to prepare them for future education and career choices. It's particularly challenging given the myriad of choices that are available to you when you walk through the doors of high school. One thing that remains constant, regardless of career possibilities, is that virtually all of you will be the new generation of American citizens and leaders of our great country. The VFW believes that it's never too soon for students to begin to recognize the freedoms that they are inheriting from the sacrifices of those who've gone before, and to begin to ponder their role in preserving and advancing those freedoms when it's their turn. After all, again, you are the future citizens and leaders of this great country. Before we meet our semifinalists, I'd like to acknowledge those responsible for directing these programs at LHS by presenting them with an award. Excuse me, I have to switch gears here a little bit. By presenting them an award called the award citation, and it says, "In sincere appreciation and recognition of valuable cooperation and assistance rendered on behalf of the Voice of Democracy Audio Essay Contest." Would you please come forward, Principal Ellis? Thank you. And I'd also like to recognize Dr. Furstenau, our Superintendent of Schools, who has been wholeheartedly supported these programs since he's been here. He's tied up with opening bids for a new school or something today, so I know he's a busy character, but we have a certificate to thank him as well. So. Again, we thank you for your commitment and your willingness to incorporate these VFW programs into your curriculum. The first program that we recognize today is the Young American Creative Patriotic Art Contest. You've often heard it said that a picture is worth 1,000 words. The Young American Creative Patriotic Art Contest was formed around that statement. You folks can have a seat. The contest is open to students in the 9th through 12th grades across the country and is designed to offer them an opportunity to demonstrate their patriotism through artistic expression. Artwork can be on canvas or paper and can utilize many different art mediums. The program was directed at Litchfield High School by art teacher Brooke Butler. Mrs. Butler, would you please come forward? Here's the certificate, and thank you very much. She's first year for Ms. Butler, and she's done a magnificent job. At this time, I'd like to introduce this year's Young American Patriotic Art Contest semifinalists. They were selected as the top 3 finishers from a field of 120 entrants. When I call your name, please stand by your artwork and describe your work and your motivation in creating it. In alphabetical order, Emma Dively.
So, my patriotic artwork is about the heroes of America. These heroes are current fighters and veterans, go out and put their lives on the line to fight for us and what we believe in. This particular painting represents the reuniting of the military father and his son. The father and son are seen embracing each other while a fighter jet flies across the sky with an American flag being displayed from behind it in the background. I use watercolor, pencil, and acrylic paint in my artwork. Thank you.
Libby Lamb.
Okay, so in my artwork, I wanted to bring attention to all soldiers, those who didn't make it home, as well as those who did. I wanted the booth and help to stand out as a way to honor and thank those who fought and didn't make it back home to their families. The painting film of the goggles was placed to symbolize these brave individuals with families. The dog tags are used to identify soldiers that are about my grandpa's name on the dog tags to honor and thank him for serving the U.S. Army. I use paint, acrylic paint, and watercolors to make this. Thank you.
And Gina Painter.
So when Miss Bella was explaining this contest, my first thought was soldiers and how they fight for our freedom. But I wanted to add more than just a soldier, so I included the Statue of Liberty presenting our freedom that we're all the colors of America. Representing all the things we can do and the rights we have, but if you look closely at the Statue of Liberty, she isn't just holding her normal torch. She's actually holding a bouquet of poppies to represent the soldiers that died to fight for our freedom and the bravery that they showed for us.
And now, what we've all been waiting for. In third place, receiving $25, a certificate and patriotic art pen is Gina Painter. In second place, receiving $50, certificate and patriotic art pen is Emma Dively. Good job. And in first place, our 2022-2023 Patriotic Art winner, receiving $100 of certificate and patriotic pen, is Libby Lamb. Where else can you get paid for doing your homework? I mean, Libby's entry will be advanced directly to the state level of judging and will be displayed at the VFW State Convention in Springfield, Illinois in June of 2023. All state winners will be competing for $31,500 in prizes at the national level. So we want to wish her well in future judging. One more round of applause, please. Next, let's turn our attention to the Voice of Democracy contest, which is a 3 to 5 minute audio essay contest offered for students in grades 9 through 12, including homeschool, by the way. This year's theme is, why is the veteran important? There were 163 entries from LHS in this year's contest. Mr. Hughes and Mr. Carlson narrowed the entries to the top 25. They then removed names in the students and coded them for an anonymity and submitted them to VFW judges who chose the top 10 based on the merits of their written essay. Those top 10 then recorded their essays in the studios at WSMI, and then the audio recordings were returned to the judges who made their final determination. Before we introduce those students, I would like to recognize the two teachers who heralded the program, headed up the program here at the school. So, Mr. Carlson, would you come forward, please? Thank you so much for what you did. And Josh Hughes, Mr. Josh Hughes. Thank you for all you do to educate these young Americans that are gathered with us here today. Now, let's turn our attention to the 10 semifinalists in this year's VOD contest. As I call your name, please come forward and receive a certificate which reads, "In witness whereof we have hereunto set our hands and the official seal of the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States, and have designated you as an outstanding young spokesman of the future." The first 7 students that we recognize are totally in random order, and I'm not going to go through all the trouble of shuffling these up, but it absolutely doesn't reflect in any way how the judges scored the first 7. When we get to the last 3, they will be 3rd place, 2nd place, and 1st place, respectively. So, I want to recognize each of these people, and let's give them a warm hand of applause for their efforts. AJ Southern. AJ's not here today? Huh? Oh, okay. Well, we can catch up with us here. Kendall Stewart. Great job, Kendall.
Thank you.
Isabel Steiner. Thank you. You did a great job. Hannah Schmidt. Thanks, Hannah. Good job. Bella Rise. Riley Mix. Kirsten Godowski. Nice work. Okay. In In third place, receiving $100, a certificate and a check for $100 is Harley Faber. Carly also receives the bronze Voice of Democracy medal. In second place, receiving $200, the silver Voice of Democracy medal and certificate is Jonathan Conway. And if you haven't figured it out yet through deductive reasoning, our first place Voice of Democracy winner, the 2022-2023 champion from Litchfield High School is Emma Dively. Emma receives $500, the gold Voice of Democracy medal, and a certificate. The judges this year told me that it was a very difficult task to choose the top 3 entries from among so many good essays. And VFW Post 3912 has advanced all 3 of the top places to the next level of judging, which is the 12th district. And we're going to wish them all the best in that competition. I do want to tell all of the people who are getting advanced, judging is a very subjective thing. And the judges here didn't know who you were. You were just a number. It'll be the same thing going forward, and the judges don't know where you're coming from or how you placed in this contest. So anything can happen. So I'll just tell you that up front. But we're wishing you all the best. And I want to say to all the 163 students who participated in the Voice of Democracy program this year, please know that you're all winners in the eyes of the veterans of foreign wars. So give yourselves a hand here. And now, Emma, would you come forward and read your essay, winning essay? That's fine.
America, land of the free, home of the brave. Without veterans, this simply could not be true. There would be no life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Because of our veterans, America has been shaped into the beautiful country it is today. Not only did our veterans risk their lives to protect the country, but they also risked their lives to protect each United States citizen. They fought to protect our rights, our freedoms, and our lives. War is misery. It shatters lives, tears down cities and countries, and kills thousands. In a time of war, fear cripples the nations of the world. Our country's veterans were burdened with fear as they were ripped away from their families and friends to go fight for our country. These veterans fought through pain and suffering as they dealt with hunger, fatigue, and loss. However, they were willing to risk everything they had to defend our country and the liberties that we possess. Because of our veterans, Americans can enjoy the freedoms and rights that the Founding Fathers put in place for us. And for that, we give all gratitude to our nation's heroes. Not only do veterans protect the lives of Americans, but they assist others who are struggling to fight on their own. In many cases, the United States has sent veterans to other countries to provide their people with food, water, and other necessities. Currently, our country's active fighters are being sent to Ukraine to help their people regain their territory. The United States have provided care to others in need at a level no other country can come close to. This simply cannot be possible without our beloved veterans. Around 3/4 of America's veterans served during a time of war. That is during a time of uncertainty, fear, and loss. Those brave souls stood up to fight for our nation's freedoms and beliefs without the promise of ever seeing their family and friends again. My rights as a young American citizen have been protected by the veterans of America, while my future will be protected by the upcoming heroes of our nation. Those heroes are my classmates, my friends, and all of the young, brave men and women willing to step up to defend our country of their own free will. For that, I thank all of America's past, present, and future veterans. On the First World War anniversary, thousands of Americans celebrated our veterans. After becoming a national holiday in 1938, we celebrate Veterans Day on November 11th of every year to thank the veterans who put their lives at stake for our rights and freedoms. On the last Monday of every May, we give a day of remembrance to the veterans who lost their lives while defending our country. However, these 2 days are not enough to thank and commemorate our country's veterans. Every day is Veterans Day. It is our duty as Americans to be indebted to those who fight for us. For everything that you do, I thank you, veterans. I thank the past, present, and future men and women who have fought and will continue to fight for America's land, values, and freedoms. The incredible obstacles that our American heroes have overcome will never be overlooked, and their service will never be forgotten. As the veterans of our past have helped to shape the course of American history, the future fighters of our country will shape what is to come. Because of our veterans, America will forever be a land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you.
While that's going to be a hard act to follow, we have one more very special person to recognize today. The VFW and the Auxiliary sponsors another program in our attempt to partner with schools, systems, and communities across the country. It is called the Citizenship Educator Teacher of the Year Award. This award is offered in 3 categories: K through 5, middle school, and high school. We are very pleased today to announce this year's Litchfield High School Teacher of the Year for her continued focus on integrating and promoting patriotism, character, responsibility, and accountability in the execution of her teaching endeavors. Please help me welcome Mrs. Susan Shelton. Mrs. Shelton receives a $50 gift card, too, for the Walmart of her choice. So that concludes our presentations today. We want to thank you for your polite attention and your enthusiastic response in congratulating those that we've mentioned here today. And we wish each and every one of you happy and safe holidays. God bless America.